points as well. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. The offense on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Foreman will try to pick it up. He juked him, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Back to Foreman on first. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now Wilson on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This one quickly into the hands of Landry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a give to Foreman. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Now Foreman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They run again with Foreman. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Antlers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Moody good with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Collins. The pass caught by Olave. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And an Albuquerque first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Patterson's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this 1st half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Wilson. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
They run it on 1st with Foreman. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Foreman's going to get it again on 2nd down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
3rd down, here's Foreman. And he gets the 1st down taken down at the 24. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that's going to tie things at 20. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Throwing is Collins on 1st and 10.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now Collins looking to throw on 2nd down.
This one deep for Wilson.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 22.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they have regained the lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started out in the Sooner State of Oklahoma, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game, and that one all tied.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Escapes the defender.
Still on his feet. Inside the 20.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the seas part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over your call of this play, partner.
Gibson is in for a touchdown.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's Wilson. It's caught here by Adams.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Foreman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Taking down number 41. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
It's Williams on the catch. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A gain of 6. And the Buenos Aires 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard
Throwing is
line.
Wilson. Finding Williams once more, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
Now it's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. He hits his target, the tight end Adams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing again here, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Wilson. That'll be caught by Foreman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Albuquerque offense ready to take over once again.
They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to keep the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. 27 yards there, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Throwing now is Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And an Albuquerque first down.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First down, Aviators.
Locke now on first down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's a gain of 10.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. And here's a give to Gibson.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now Locke. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Buenos Aires offense back out now.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Wilson.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now Wilson. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down. Pick picking up 26 yards.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
Wilson will throw again. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Jake Moody on for the field goal. A 61-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Albuquerque offense ready to take over once again.
And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
And they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Landry now on the return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
A run by Foreman to start the drive.
To about the 35, 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain. Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
The Albuquerque offense out to take over now.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A handoff running left is Gibson.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. Block now on first down. That is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
And was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm was just off? Just got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. From the gun on third down, Locke. No escape from Locke, and he'll go down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Here's Jamie Gillendow as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
The Buenos Aires offense back out now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. Now Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, Wilson.
They set up the screen to Foreman.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On second down, here's Wilson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll run with Foreman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. It's caught here by Adams. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Albuquerque offense out to take over now. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
78 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Here's Locke.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Buenos Aires offense back out now. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now it's Wilson.
That'll be caught by Foreman.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And that's complete to Adams.
hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Throwing again here, Wilson.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw is Wilson. He's got it to Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
Now Wilson. It's complete to Williams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Wilson's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Wilson. Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
To throw again is Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Here's Wilson. Able to get away. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And some room to maneuver. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
92 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's Locke to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Shotgun snap to Locke. In trouble, and he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Now Landry. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This is 1st and 10.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 4, a minute 52 to play. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. A solid stiff arm. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now Wilson.
They set up the screen to Foreman.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Wilson to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Here's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Throwing now is Wilson. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Here's third down at 5.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. An Albuquerque offense out to take over now.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw. He's got Landry. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It's 2nd down and 10.
One last shot for Wilson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Albuquerque, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Buenos Aires,
they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.